Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. More Hail Caesar coverage here as we keep working our way through the last few factions for the game and time period wise. So today we're taking a look at a smaller list, but that's the Khwarazmian Persian list. Really cool stuff here. Definitely a cavalry focused force, roughly 11th through 13th centuries AD. A lot of interesting things going on here. So the Khwarazmian or Persian heavy cavalry have to be 25% or more of the cavalry. And infantry can only be up to 25% in this list. So you could go all cavalry if you wanted, but minimal infantry requirements. They do have some good stuff there too, though. Divisions pretty normal, and then skirmishers here can be up to 50% of the infantry. So let's just jump right in. The Khwarazmian or Persian heavy cavalry with lances. So starting off just with your standard unit for them is already a wonderful heavy cavalry unit. Pretty standard, but also again has the lances already in there. 33 points for that. If we wanted to, and this is an interesting one, for 2 more points we could actually give them bows. So they then hit like a truck, but then also are a wonderful missile unit that can do everything that you need in a missile unit, but also mobile because of really mobile because of the cavalry aspect, right? But then we have this other wonderful path of upgrades here where we just can make them do whatever we want. It's going to get progressively more expensive, but man, these are just like top tier cavalry. So for 1 extra point, tough fighters, great. For 3 extra points, stubborn, so a wonderful combination, tough and stubborn. And then finally, only one of the units, though, if we wanted to spend that extra 7 points, but this would be like our, maybe like elite general's bodyguard type of unit, but just superlative here. 7 more points, and they're also elite on top of all that stuff. Now it's going to get ridiculously expensive, right? We're looking at 35, 36, 39, and then that. So what are we looking at? Like 40, 46 points for that one super elite unit. But high 30s for the others. Again, might be a little bit smaller force, but when they hit and when they get into combat, they're just going to do insane work. So good stuff there. To back all that up, we have the horse archers as small units, and they all have Parthian shot. Wonderful stuff. We could also go with another flavor here, the Cuman or Turkish light cavalry. Here we do get spears and or javelins and bows. Again, another just unit that can do a little bit of everything. And again, small units here, but now we get feigned flight. So for 19 and 21 points respectively. So yeah, superior light cavalry as well, and whatever flavor we need. We do then get into the infantry. So again, just purely if we want to run a whole cavalry force, fantastic, right? Everything here really, the whole army could be nothing but units that have very relevant, very good special rules. We get into the infantry. If we did want to go that route, not going to be anything special in here, but we have the again the Khwarazmian or Persian light infantry with spears. They're going to be light infantry, right? Not going to do much. There are levies as well, so really just there to maybe hold a place in the line if we were fighting over like a scenario and like certain territory or objectives. They might have just some staying power, hold them in the back, but let the cavalry do their work. We do get light infantry archers as a unit, though, which is pretty cool. And if we wanted to pay 3 extra points, we could have them be Cumans, which then gets rid of levy for us. But we do have some more long-range firepower that we could use here. And again, the whole list really, if we take that bow option above too, the whole list shoots too, which is frightening given how much heavy cavalry we can bring to bear too. So really, they can pepper you, soften you up, cause some damage, then when they get in there with the charge, hopefully break units in one go. So very potent. You're not going to have a lot of time to just wait for them to come to you. They will come to you, they will shoot you, and then they will punch right through you. Minimal skirmish package here. The skirmishers do have bows, so yet again, more long range if we wanted it. Very cheap there, the 12-pointer. But the one last little surprise that this list can bring to bear, we only get the 1 unit, but hey, could be something to bring to, and just, if nothing else, might serve as a distraction for the opponent. They'll think, oh, the elephant, I gotta make sure I deal with that and waste resources on that, when really it's the heavy cavalry that is going to be certainly the most frightening. But anyway, elephant with mixed crew, 1 unit. We can see what it does there. Elephant rules, 24 points. Again, might be worth bringing just for the shock value. And forcing the opponent to have yet another thing to deal with. So a very small list, but again, very potent list, guys. This this tech tree here essentially for the cavalry. Yeah, we only get the one unit that does also have the elite, but if you take all these other abilities, you got bows, you got lances, you got tough fighters, you got stubborn. Just ridiculous, right? That is your standard unit essentially. So just having unit after unit after unit, maybe even like a whole division or so of that is just going to be super super scary. So back that up with a lot of nasty light cavalry that can do their thing, and then really again we're not going to dabble, I would say, too much with the infantry at all. Maybe just some of the ones that shoot though, and then hell, just again bring that elephant. So you got an entire list that is going to be really mobile, hitting hard for almost all of it, and the whole thing can shoot very well at short and long range. Very scary. So let us know, guys, if you've had any games with this type of list in that time period, whether it's this scale, different scale than the normal Hail Caesar, and how that's gone. What have you faced? Have you struggled against anything? As it mentions historically, Mongols definitely did them in, but they held their own a little bit. But yeah, let us know what you faced, guys, with this. Interesting modeling opportunity as well. Be sure to hit us up in the comments, like and subscribe as well. If you want to support the channel, check out the link in the description too. Anything you pick up from Warlord from there also helps support us. So thank you so much for watching. We'll be back in the next one.